So basically I'm using a lot of delaying tactics, because in the meantime I can easily win this fight with my light infantry. Now here's some other elephants that did decide to try and charge my flank, and I absolutely mow them down with light infantry. Elephants are an easy target for light infantry. So go back to India. Or at least my men will be eating good tonight. I wonder what elephant steak tastes like. There's certainly a lot of ivory, so we can at least get some of our money back there. So there's the elephants biting the dust. They get absolutely slaughtered by my light infantry. So elephants are great, but you have to use them properly, and I wouldn't say that my opponent used them properly there. So here's, most of our guys are in melee right now. This is the kind of fight that Marathas want. But down here, my guards are extremely tough, and even though they're getting pitched by elephants, they're not giving up. You can see both my guards have a chevron now too for the number of kills that they've dealt out and the losses they've taken. You can now see that my men have their plug bayonets attached down here in this unit. This is where I fixed bayonets. So this unit's going to get an absurd number of kills. And there is a unit of Sikh musketeers back here shooting, but you can see that their rate of fire isn't very good, so not causing me the world's worst damage. But anyway, pretty cool fight going on there. Let's go check out my teammate. Nothing. That's right. This is one thing that you probably don't want to do right now. Most of the Marathas are getting their butt kicked up on this hill, and by just leaving his troops here, all he's doing is allowing the other side of the armies to get their butt kicked, and then I'll be able to assist my teammates. So this really, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just pointing this out for strategy's sake. Very bad strategy. They should have attacked all at once and taken all of our resources and all of our focus, and I think they would have fared better. Instead, I'm sitting here taking out these Marathas troops piecemeal. Now basically my whole strategy is focused around these light infantry, because the Marathas don't have light infantry, and most people would say, but light infantry is not very good in early period. You're right if you're fighting against other European factions, because they all have the same light infantry, but the Marathas have none, and so I'm going to use this light infantry to absolutely slaughter my opponent. And you can see one of my units of guards finally routed after taking down 2 units of elephants and I want to say 1 or 2 units of Hindu warriors, but one of my units of guards is just now starting to waver, and it finally routs. Good job, men. Fought a good fight. But see, now that my opponents are finally done taking out my guards, all of my light infantry is positioned perfectly to just mow them down, and these guys are already going to be at low morale after having had to duke it out with guards, and so these guys are going to bite it right here and start the long run from Bavaria back to India. Enjoy that. Anyway, here comes some Seal Otter Lancers. I have my light infantry on skirmish because I definitely do not want them to get caught. And so you can see that the unit he's charging is running away, and his horses get shot to crap by my remaining units. Now these light infantry have a pretty good refire rate, and I'm going to try and minimize my losses here, like I said, by keeping my men running. And here comes my general's bodyguard to come in and help take out these, my general's bodyguard's here. This is a regrouped unit of gendarmerie. Gendarmerie is Jean Crappery. It's absolute crap. So anyway, I just destroyed that unit of Seal Otter Lancers and saved my light infantry with fairly minimal losses. There are a last couple of Marathas units charging up, and I'm going to run my cavalry forward in another delaying action. Delaying is a great tactic, in my opinion, on this game, if you have your troops positioned right. So this is almost like, kind of like retreating and reforming, and this delaying action keeps your opponent from moving up properly and allows you to reform your troops in a perfect firing position. So there I just threw away those regrouped gendarmerie. My opponent is chasing me with these Hindu warriors, but they're very depleted. I don't expect them to accomplish too much. And again, my men are on skirmish, so he can chase me all he wants, but he probably won't catch me. And eventually my men are going to reposition and start firing, just like that. So they might as well start the long walk back to India as well. And here, this unit of Seal Otter Lancers, I have to once again get my light infantry away, and I use my line infantry that's already depleted to do another delaying action on these Seal Otter Lancers. Let's see what's going on down here. I have another unit of, let's see, my gendarmerie there that was still delaying on these Sikh musketeers. And I sent my general's bodyguard in to countercharge the Sealouter Lancers, and that was enough to go ahead and rout them. Alright, so the Marathas cavalry advantage has been eliminated on my flank. My opponent, or my teammate and his opponent are now fighting, and you can see that he pulled off one massive charge. But you can also see that my opponent's infantry basically caused his elephants an immediate death. And then my opponent's heavy cavalry here is going to be very bad news for the enemy infantry, as they are much tougher than the crappy light cavalry that I brought. So they're not going to be like fantastic, but they're going to put up a better fight than my light cavalry could. And again, all this is mainly going to be for delaying purposes. I'll try and get you lots of cool footage here since I have the graphics cranked up to the sweetest setting. Look at the dead elephants. Whoa, now that's cool looking. There's like a spear sticking out of that elephant. That's awesome. Check out that one. There's another one sticking out of it. Looks like it got impaled or something. Sweet. So my opponent, or my teammate, is kiting backwards, and or falling back, whatever you want to call it. He's falling back and repositioning so he can get shots off. And the Marathas opponent is getting desperate, so he's trying to get all of his troops into a melee, thinking that that's where his best odds are going to come from. And he's probably right. He wouldn't want to stand toe-to-toe in a shootout battle with French and British troops, mainly British troops. But my teammate still has a lot of cavalry here. He's got a unit regiment of horse. Let's see, here's some militia that just got engaged. And the militia definitely won't be as good as these Sikh musketeers. Or Sikh musketeers, however you want to say it. Let's watch these regiment of horse do their business here. I don't know what my opponent's doing with them, so I don't even know if they do anything. They might have just been repositioning. Come on, do something interesting. There they go. He's going to do a hammer and anvil charge here on these Marathas troops. You can see they were already starting to waver, and I'll bet you that finishes them off. So there's his Reg horse. Got their sabers drawn. Now, what am I doing? I have now repositioned my troops, and my British teammate is going to fall back. And look, my light infantry, which has pretty much won this entire battle, is once again repositioned and in this forest, and I'm going to start taking some devastating volleys into this giant blob of Marathas troops. And there are some British troops left here, but the Marathas are going to be the ones taking the brunt of the punishment. So this is going to make them start wavering, and like you can see, my British teammate is falling back because he sees what I'm doing. My teammate played really well with me. I appreciated it. He was cooperative, and it was a very fun battle to play. Our opponent said that it was their first battle to ever play against humans. If it was, then congratulations. I thought they did pretty well, actually, for it being their first battle. I've seen people have a much harder time on their first battle. And to play as the Marathas was pretty bold indeed. I think they were hoping that their elephants would have a devastating effect, since you can't form squares. Not that squares are always the best against elephants, but I think they were trying to go for the cavalry knockout, considering what they brought. Firepower is way less in the early period, and like I said, you have no squares. Again, not that squares do a whole lot of good against elephants, I don't think. And so I think they were hoping that would be enough of a knockout blow, but like you saw with my strategy earlier, you should always not do what your opponent wants you to do, and that usually helps you win the battles. But you can see my light infantry just wreaked havoc on these Marathas troops, and they're now going to be routing. The number of kills that my light infantry got were outstanding. In fact, they carried the brunt of this entire battle on their back, to be honest. So there's just a couple of Marathas troops left. There's this regrouped unit of Sikh musketeers, and I think I'm going to charge my general's bodyguard at him, and the British troops are also heading towards him, but you're not going to miss anything there, so let's just go ahead and fast forward to the end here. They end up routing before any units actually even get to them. Alright, so let's get to the results screen. Oh, well, I guess you're not going to see my teammate's name because it put my name on both of us, which is kind of stupid. But there's our opponents at least. Sorry, I don't have my teammate's name. I don't remember. And you can see here, I got the most kills by a long shot. I got 1,223 kills, and that was really my light infantry. My teammate got 853. It looks like our opponents got 571 and 843 respectively. Here's some of my unit statistics. My general's bodyguard even got 43 kills. My gendarmerie was worthless. My guards got quite a few kills. Quite a few, nothing spectacular. But considering the kind of fight they're in, remember that these guards were fighting like outnumbered like 2-to-1 plus 2 units of elephants. So I'd say they got a pretty good number of kills, all that considered. One of my units of line infantry got 160 kills. That's pretty good. But here, take a look at my light infantry. Now remember, there's only 80 of these guys in each unit. And this one unit got 79 kills, that was the least, but the others got like a ton of kills. There's 127, 120, 139. So you can see that just between my light infantry here, I got about 500 kills. So they carried a huge weight of the battle. Congratulations to them. They're all going to get promoted. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Empire Total War commentary. I haven't played this game as much as I probably should have, as I enjoy it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Plus, I had to take a break from the Alexander campaign, or else I'd have too many arguments about how Persia was going on, so I was kind of sick of that argument and decided to go somewhere else so that I wouldn't have to put up with it for a couple of days. Anyway, catch you all later. Hope you enjoyed it.